Greetings, Panther educators. This is the second video in the Schoology Sapphire linking series. You should be watching this video if you have grades in Sapphire, but your calculations are off between Schoology and Sapphire. In other words, students' total grades are different in both locations. All right, so what you want to do is in Schoology, make sure you're signed out of Sapphire, right? I am logged out everywhere in Sapphire. Make sure you're logged in nowhere. Then come over, click Sapphire software in Schoology, log in however you do that. And you come to this screen, okay? First thing you want to do, if you have grades showing, then this probably isn't the issue, but just double check. Make sure that your Schoology section matches the Sapphire section name. Remember, sections and periods often are not the same. So make sure you're matching section 1 to section 1, section 6 to section 6, whatever the case is. Okay, students don't need to do anything here. Your students will automatically populate if you're doing it right in Sapphire. You'll notice there are some green students down here. That means these are students who are originally registered in this class who have dropped the class and are no longer here. I don't need to do anything with this. Categories, this is really, really important, especially if you use different grading categories. You'll see here, I'm all about simplicity. I have one grading category, assignments, because I don't need anything else. And I can label things test, quiz, homework, participation, essays, whatever I want in the assignment title. But if you have multiple categories here, you need to make sure these are mapping to the correct categories. One issue that you may see is you may have ignore here for a category, right? And maybe it's a duplicate. You've got two quizzes here. And that's a more complex problem that can be dealt with, but it's not really my role anymore, so I'm not supposed to do that. That has to do with cleaning up things over in Sapphire and then resyncing, but I'm not going to go into that here. So you want to make sure that you're mapping, because what happens is if you have a category here, let's say you have quiz 1, quiz 2 categories, right? And you're ignoring one, but you accidentally click that category when you make an assignment in Schoology, that's now mapping nowhere, and that's going to create a grade discrepancy between Schoology and Sapphire, right? You have an assignment for, I don't know, let's say 50 points that's just not calculating over in Sapphire, and that's why you've got a grade differential. So make sure these match up, all your categories for all 4 marking periods. Okay, assignments, you don't need to worry about this. The sync will take care of it. Come over to the 5th tab, sync your class. Okay. And you'll get this little progress bar. And then you should get a message, a little yellow box of happiness that says grade recalculations are in progress. That means you did it right. You are an A+ educator. Continue that streak by logging out. Log out. Okay. And then you go to your next class in Schoology, down to Sapphire software, log in, and you're going to repeat that process for every one of your classes. Okay. At the end, always make sure that you log out. Okay. Click OK. I just skipped through these steps. I don't need to do it again. Nobody wants to watch this video longer than they have to. Many of you who have to watch it probably won't. You'll ask somebody else to do it for you. I know you. All right. And then there it is. Grade calculations are in progress. I did it right. I log out. Okay. And there you go. Hopefully that helps. If you have questions, contact your friendly IT support person.